not going to say it now.
Do it!
No, because you're going to interrupt me. So I'm not going to.
Oh, yay!
So welcome to episode 18 of Life Chats.
Wow, we've done 18 of these already?
Over the course of how long? Since April.
April.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what is it? October 1st.
We're filming this now on October 1st, yes.
It's going to go up today.
That's
why I decided if you're here, we're getting it done while you're here. We're doing it live, yeah.
Doing it live! Oh.
Yeah. So, so welcome to another riveting episode of our talk show. Do you know what the funny thing about our show, Michael, is? Do you want to know?
Sure.
Do you want to know?
Yes.
No one cares about us. And you know how I know?
No one watched the last one?
Yeah.
I noticed that. 10 views. But you know
what did we even talk about last week?
That was last video? Week. That was a while ago.
I don't even remember what we talked about.
I don't remember either. But I will say this, though. Yes, today I was applying at our old high school, and they had an assignment, and it was about a rant, a 2.5-minute rant. You want to know what their title was?
What grinds my gears? Someone upstairs was listening there.
I forgot to mention that.
Oh, you should have. That's brilliant.
No,
that's really good.
Also, Paulina's textbook was there too. Anyway, I gotta show her the picture later. Anyway, that's enough.
I want to see that. Yeah. So I thought, what do people care about? They care about...
Well, apparently not us.
Well, no. They only do we talk about if it's good to be in a relationship or if you can date someone you never met in person. So...
Let's just keep it going.
So I guess we're on this... I didn't want to be the relationship channel.
I didn't want to
No one's going to probably still watch this, so that's fine. But anyway, so I thought... I was at work yesterday thinking, who's going to watch this? And then I was thinking we could talk about some other stuff. Oh, it's TV shows. That's what it was.
Oh, all right. That's why.
So I was thinking, like, okay, so we could talk about some other philosophical thing that no one's going to care about, or we could talk about my pathetic love life, and then we'll talk about yours too.
Hey, man, Christina's watching. Rubes is watching.
I don't think Kelly watches this.
Paulina, what?
No, she did, and she was just like...
Oh, because she's busy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, her dog is famous, so that's good. So she is busy, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I am not wrong. Never.
So I was thinking, you know what? You've had relationship problems, to say the least.
Actually, today I found an old picture that I thought I threw it out, but I just was like, I don't know why.
In your jacket?
No, it was in a closet of old stuff.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
so you've had your experiences with dating. I've had mine. And I thought what would be interesting is to obviously talk to our audience here and
Let's do it.
Level a little bit. What are some of our most interesting and or embarrassing dates that we've ever been on?
Now, mine's a lot fewer because to every 50 dates you have, I have one. So I'm just gonna go with
who's the real weirdo here? It's me. It's not healthy. I'm
not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just saying.
Well, you decide. You decide. I'm fired up, man. What's wrong with me? I'm energized. Oh, I'm the yes man. Okay, so we gotta focus here, man. We gotta focus. So let's start with you. Because you just said you have had considerably less than I have.
I have
So I love you, man. Okay. So let's talk about you for a second.
All right,
like every other day for the rest of our lives. Let's talk about you. So, oh man, I love you. So what comes to mind for you? Don't name drop.
What do you mean name drop? I'm not naming anything. Well, I'm more okay. I'm just remembering what we talked about, so I'm not mentioning that stuff. But I will say this. I don't know. I don't know if we talked about it when we were doing Mock or Hoser Hockey Hour.
We've done so many shows.
I know. Members on the same couch too. Just it's gone.
It's a different house. Yeah. Story of my life. Yeah.
So I don't know if we had said this on camera, but we had talked about online dating back in a year or two ago.
It's so long ago.
So long ago.
No, it was less than a year. When you met that person in Hamilton.
You know the story I'm going to say. Yeah. Was it less than a year? You're right. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
What do you mean? How am I? I'm one of your. I'm arguably one of your best friends. How do I not remember this?
No, but it's not that you don't remember that. But it's funny how you know that that's the one I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So explain it, man. So what happened?
So I honestly, to be honest, I've only done the online dating thing 3 times, I think, and that's it. So so you were always telling me to give it a try and find out what's out there and stuff, and I was like, fine, okay. So I started talking to this, I forget her name. I think I remember it, but I'm like, I don't remember. So she's all the way in Hamilton. Nothing good happens in that city for me.
No,
it really doesn't. And so, shout out to Hamilton. And we start talking for about a week, and we agree to have tea in Hamilton. In the Hamilton Harbor, which is actually pretty nice.
It's nice, yeah.
A few nice things about that place. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so what happened? So anyway, it took me an hour to get there because there was a construction and traffic and all this.
Check the time, buddy. You're like,
I'm checking if my Dairy Queen's coming. I'm checking for the notification. Anyway, I'm waiting for a blizzard. So what happens is, it takes me literally an hour on the dot to get there. Okay. So we meet, we shake hands, it's going okay. It's going actually not okay, it's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Me being the gentleman, I pay, she doesn't say thank you. I'm like, So, and she didn't even contemplate, it just, okay.
She didn't think about it.
No.
She just let you take it.
It's just like George Costanza, just reach. Just what I want is a reach.
Just a little back and forth, man.
Yeah.
Because you don't mind paying.
But she didn't even, a thank you goes, even a thank you would have been.
But nothing.
Nothing. So anyway, we're on the patio. We're on the patio, and it's going well, and then we start taking a walk. Now, the date itself took less time than me getting to it.
Oh, that's bad, man.
Not good.
Not good.
But so this is how friggin' this is part of the reason why I don't like online dating is because it comes off as an interview when you finally meet the person in person, and it was a lot of you agree, right? I mean, you've been in many.
Yeah.
You've written a book on it, and so sorry, that's not a bad thing, but and people, I'm not just Kevin, but people I've talked to that have gone online dating a lot have said that. It's a lot like an interview, and I was kind of thrown because I was not expecting that. And so I was kind of dumbfounded with the question of, what do you see yourself, what do you want to do in the future? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And this is where it took a turn, because
name a strength and name one of your weaknesses. Yeah, it's I care too much.
That's what I said. Well, no, I
give too much.
I give too much.
It's a problem.
Whatever. Anyway, so normally a normal person would go oh, I wish to be in the career. I wish to move out. I wish to, go to. I want to travel. I want to live abroad. So here's what I said, and the funny thing is, she gave me an out, and I didn't take it, and so she goes, and I don't even know how I landed at this, but she's she didn't say, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years, but she was like, what do you want to do in the future? Now, I thought she meant, what do you want to do, next week?
Yeah.
So
what do you want to do in the future?
So I go, I said, I really want to watch Top Gun. She goes, she's just confused. She goes, what? She says, isn't that movie old? I'm like, yeah, but I haven't watched it.
Oh,
the dilemma on her mind, man. She's just oh, so you want to watch Top Gun? I said, yeah, I hear that I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. And I hear that's what made him really famous. And I really want to watch it.
I don't know what's more funny. The fact that she asked you that question thinking, what we're going to do 5 years from now, and that was your response?
Yeah.
Or the fact that you legitimately were thinking, you know what? I'm going to watch Top Gun.
I haven't watched it since.
The fact that even entered your mind is just why?
I don't know. I don't even know how it came about. I don't know if we were talking about old movies.
That is fascinating.
I don't know how that came out. And so what happens is she goes, so that's all you really want to do in the future? And I'm like, the immediate, yeah.
Wow.
And so that's where it just took a nosedive, and like you can feel it. I like reassessing after on the way back because it took me 45 minutes to go back home.
Yeah.
I
like the time of the date. Yeah. So
I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's where it went to hell. And so so I'm just like, so it was like, really? I'm like, yeah. Well, I've never watched it, and so I did it like so deadpan serious.
Was there a second date?
So here's how it ended. So we walked to the cars, right? And I'm thinking, okay, so like, what do I do? Do I give her a hug? Do I not hug her?
Another firm handshake. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Do I do the ass out hug where you hug, but your ass is like this?
Yeah.
All the while you're trying to read into the situation, and so. 9 minutes. 9 minutes till ice cream comes, and we'll pause it. But so
then we'll be done by then.
No, we won't. So so she goes. She turns to me, and it's this awkward silence, about 2 seconds of silence. She looks at me, and she goes, "Well, have a good summer," and leaves.
Have a nice life.
See ya. And so I was just like,
yeah,
I'm not getting a second date, am I?
Did you ever hear back from her?
Never.
Oh, okay.
No, and I was completely fine with it too.
Yeah, I feel like you probably were okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just the gas. I was just like, fuck, what a waste of time.
Oh man.
No.
Yeah, poor bastard, man.
Oh, that was probably like the worst one.
That was the worst one.
Yeah.
That was
All right, now let's narrow down your bottom 5.
No, I'm only going to talk about 2.
Let's talk about 2.
The one
yes
was so bad that I was speeding home because I just needed to get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going 90 to 60.
Oh,
and I got pulled over.
Mm. Was she in the car?
No, I was just speeding home. I need to see. It was just so dry and so boring.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to get out of there.
Right.
And that was the cop that pulled me over, and then he came over for tea after.
Yeah. Well, tell these. I know the story, but
it's way too long a story. We don't have time.
No, we have time. Don't worry.
Story for another time.
Oh my god. Okay.
Story for another time. But that was just such a dry. I remember just being such a dry date that it was nothing interesting was going on. I felt just to your point about the interview thing.
Yeah.
I felt I was asking so many questions.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep a conversation going.
Yeah.
And then she didn't really respond back at all. So it was just very one-sided for like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I was coming all the way from Toronto. So I'm just like, I drove all the way there for this?
Yeah, exactly.
And that was 3 years ago, and I remember that. I'm like, oh, geez, man, wow. Almost 4 years ago. 3.5 years. Wow. Time flies, man. That's crazy. The second one, though, this kind of takes the cake. Because I remember this so well because it was so god-awful.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
Okay.
I remember what she looks like.
Okay.
I can't remember her name.
Gotcha.
So we went to Baton Rouge. I remember the restaurant.
Wow.
We went to Baton Rouge in Toronto. And because I remember, because we were talking for like a week.
Yeah.
And I was so excited because I was like online. She was so talkative.
Right.
Very
we talked about this before.
Yeah,
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we had a great time talking online. We didn't talk over the phone or in person.
Right.
But she was texting me for hours, and I thought, okay, so she's like me. I can text a lot, and then I can also talk a lot in person.
Right.
So we go there.
Yeah. And
I don't do the handshake.
You don't? Okay.
I go for the hug. Because talk about an interview. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So I go this summer.
So idiots. I'm gonna watch Top Gun. Moron. So I extend my arms out for a hug because I was just, and she's like maybe like a foot shorter than I am.
Oh, that's nice.
No, it's not because I'm there. I am like, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Like a giant. Yeah. So. So like I extend my arm out for a hug.
Yeah.
And she just kind of like I'm like, oh hi, and then she like averts her eyes down. She's like, nice to meet you, and then just keeps walking to the front entrance. And I'm like, oh, that's awkward. I'm like, okay, we're in front of those. That's cool.
One of those.
So Michael, it was at it was an achievement. We were there for 2 hours. 2 hours.
Ooh.
Because I made the mistake of making dinner plans. Because it was like, if it was a coffee date, half an hour, you know what, I'm done my coffee. Nice knowing you.
Yeah.
For dinner, you have to like, it's an event, so you're there.
You're stuck. You're committed.
2 hours of literally me asking question after question after question, being answered with, I swear to God, one word for each question.
What?
And we were there for 2 hours. How are you feeling today? Good. What do you do for work? Finance. What do you do in finance? Taxes. Do you like it? Yes. One word answer after one word answer for 2 hours. I had the lobster mac and cheese. I remember this so well.
What did she have?
I don't remember. I remember what I was doing.
The lobster mac and cheese.
It was good. It was really good. Not
Did you pay for it?
$20. I did.
Ooh.
And that was back when I didn't even have money. So it's like, you're a moron.
Insult to injury.
So basically, at the end of the night, we ended up I ended up hugging her.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So I wasn't left hanging. And she texted me when she got home, and she said, "Thank you so much for an amazing night. I had a great time." and I was thinking, well, a great time is a way to describe it. That's not what I would use, but I guess that is a way to describe it.
Hey man, it's all subjective.
It really is in the eye of the beholder. So that was just, honestly, to this day, I just remember that as being one of the worst dates that I've ever been on.
Did you text her back, or you just...
We talked for a little bit because I didn't feel like being a mean person and just kind of cutting her out. So we talked for a little bit, but then eventually it mutually parted ways. But you know what, guys?
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the next one after.
We'll get to... this will be part one. This will be part one. Because, you know what? We've talked... I think we've actually... Go back to your timer. I think we've actually been talking for a long time.
17 minutes, yes.
Yeah. So we'll do a part two, because we got more to dig into for you as well. So, in the meantime, though, let us know what your most embarrassing story is, or Facebook message us, or text us, because that's how people who watch the show
apparently
get in contact with us anyway. So, let us know what you think. You got an ice cream to get. I got tea that's ready. So, thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for part two.
When are we doing to part two? Later? Like in the week?
Later in the week, yeah.
Okay.
Wakanda for... What was it?
Oh, I'm doing this now because of the film, but it's Vegas Forever is this one.
What was it for the movie?
The
6th? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Alright, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the
Comment
next
below,
episode.
let us know. Bye! He's here.